You got me in both rooms? Testing. Okay. Let me get the other conference room here. All right. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, the Truthful, and the Most Just, I greet you again. May Allah's Assalamu alaikum. We are having a few technical difficulties here, and it's every time it rains, this thing goes. A bird can light on the line out here, and things kind of get bad. So you all just, and then we have hateful birds that's in our, sometimes call into our conference room, and now they find a flame waiting on them. Do you understand? So, it'll get real to them after a while. I throw enough of them in hell and they realize that I actually have that power. They'll leave me alone. So, just like, after, when Muhammad Ali first started boxing, they thought he had a big mouth, and he started predicting the rounds that he was going to knock people out in, and he started doing it. All them mouths eventually stopped. Is that right? So likewise, I read to him. Allah said, cast into hell every ungrateful, rebellious one. Huh? So, they think they can come in here and do what they please in my conference rooms during my prayer service. They're going to find out that they can't. You can't do me any kind of way no more. But I can do to you whatever I please. Because you already been sentenced to death. Allah said, he that believeth not on the Son is condemned already. Because he have not believed in the word of God, that he testified of his Son. So, did you see whose phone was unmuted with all that noise? Well, see, that's what I mean by not reacting. You see, you don't react. You see who the culprit is. Then because that wasn't no accident. That was somebody trying to disrupt our prayer service. That's why I threw him in hell. It wasn't no accident. So I want you to see where this is, like a cow got 4 stomachs. Well, then the Bible, where's your stomach? Your stomach is where your food rests before it's digested. Is that right? Now, I don't know for a fact, because I'm not, we got a brother who knows about animal science. Brother Channing, them stomachs that a cow got, how they work, man? See, now I hope you in prayer service, and I hope you listen. Because now tell us how that may wa linkum Allah salam.
It's actually a 4-compartment stomach.
Okay, just go ahead. It's got 4 compartments to it. Okay.
It's rumen. One is rumen, reticulum, meson, and hypomeson.
Come on. I ain't trying to pull a teeth.
And they're responsible. They have different functions. One is responsible for the absorption of grains Another one is responsible for the absorption of grasses and haze, and another one is responsible for the absorption of water.
Say that again. They got 4 compartments, so you ain't talked about but 3. Now what's? Say that again.
It's a 4-compartment stomach: rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum.
Okay, now
One compartment is.
rooming is the first one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what it does is that's the first stomach, that the first part of the stomach that it just holds the food. That's why it's called rooming. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the second one is what?
The second one is reticulum.
Okay. And what does it do?
It's the second stomach. It's like a honeycomb. It's receiving from the rumen and acts as a passing stomach.
And when you say acts as a passing stomach, are you talking about separating the defecation and stuff, or what? What is it? What is it? What does it do?
The food.
It's a separator.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Okay.
I can't hear you now. What are you saying? It separates the food?
Yes, sir.
Separates it how? I mean, what?
It acts as an absorbent.
It acts as an absorbent of nutrients?
Yes, sir.
And then why does it go to a third stomach if the second stomach is absorbing all of the nutrients? What goes in the third stomach? Third compartment? I can't hear you.
I'm talking. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Now what are you saying? Now you're out again. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, what are you?
Man, can you hear
where
me?
are you at? Yes, sir. I can hear you now. Now.
Okay.
No, you keep cutting out, bro. Now I don't know if they playing games or whether you need to get where you can get some bars. I can't hear you after you asked me. Can I hear you now?
The omasum, it absorbs the water and other substances from the digestive contents.
Okay, that's the third stomach.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's the fourth?
That's the abomasum, and it receives the food from the omasum and passes it to the small intestines.
To do what?
To pass, whether it's defecation.
So it fills the bowels.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you remember Allah told me to eat up the book and fill my bowels with it? And you notice?
Yes, sir.
There's 3 books here, 3 stomachs. And the 4th one is me. And that's why this is called the cattle. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
There's lessons in the creation. And so I'm the 4th stomach that's filling the bowels and passing all the waste, purifying. That my job is purification. You notice that's the 4th stomach's job, purification. Remove the impurities. Get it out, get it into the bowels, get it out of here. Do you understand? So
Yes, sir.
that's what you've been needing. You've been needing somebody to come and remove your misunderstanding, the polytheism people adding waste to Allah's word. Let God be true. Let the prophet who brought the word, he be true. And every other man is a liar when he claims he understands. Even the prophet didn't understand everything that he said. But it wasn't him talking. It was Allah speaking through him. And he didn't take it upon himself to call himself explaining what Allah had to say. Allah told him, you deliver the message upon us. Rest the explaining of it. Do you understand? So the fourth stomach is standing here talking to you. Do you understand? Okay. So let's get here into the ultimate triumph of scriptural unity. Divine unity. The Messenger said the Holy Quran is the most truthful book. He said, and I will not say that it's some truth, it's all truth. Huh? When you understand it. Huh? And so it says, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, praise be to Allah, who created the heavens and the earth, and made darkness and light. When Allah made a covenant, he made darkness and light. I didn't hear you. How did he do it? He made a covenant through the prophets. And what they spoke was in darkness. And as he said, he formed the light and created darkness in the minds of the people who looked at the light and couldn't understand it. Because looking at the scriptures is like looking at the sun. You go blind. He formed the light and created darkness. It says, praise be to Allah, who created the heavens and the earth. The first man is of the earth, earthy. The last man is of the Lord from heaven. He created the heaven and the earth, the heavenly knowledge and the earthly knowledge. It's all Allah's. It says, and made ignorance and understanding. Huh? Darkness and light. Yet those who disbelieve set up equals to their Lord. They even set themselves up as equals. When you call yourself explaining what another person says, you're either making yourself their equal or greater than them. The mere fact that you are saying they meant this and they meant that, you are acting as an equal or greater than them. The only one Jesus said was greater than him was his Father. He said, my Father is greater than I am. I go to my Father. Huh? And how you know who the Father is? Well, who was told to eat up the book? You know what makes you a father? The life germs that's down there in your scrotum. I didn't hear you. And even then, you have to convince a woman to let you put that life germ in her. Do you understand? You can't just be a father. You got to convince somebody to receive your life germ. See how I convinced y'all to receive what I'm teaching? You notice when people come in here to try to defend who they're following, who they claim to be following, they never share with us some teachings that is profound from this person. They're just following that person. Do you understand? Which is actually they're not following that person, because if they was following that person, they wouldn't even be in here talking to me, because the person that they following didn't come in here and talk to me. Do you understand? I mean, if you following Farrakhan, what are you doing here trying to talk to me? He don't ever talk to me. I've invited him to come have a conversation with me, and he refused. Had one of his ministers, Dawood, in Detroit, told me, "You the son of man, you talk to him." That tells me Farrakhan probably been telling them, "Don't you come to me with that no more." You understand? It's embarrassing when you claim to be a leader and claim to be following a leader, and somebody call your leader out and he tell you he don't want to go talk to him. Now, how are you supposed to receive that? I told you they're not following him, they're walking with him. Each one of them doing their own thing. If I let people stand up and teach and everything, I'd have a whole lot of followers. These people just want to be over somebody. They don't want to serve God. They want to be God. You hear me? So, it says, "Yet those who disbelieve in the Son of Man set up equals to their Lord." Now, don't you know if Farrakhan or if any of these other leaders out here thought they was my equal, they'd be in here when I came on to invite somebody in, they'd be in here trying to argue with me. Do you understand? Where's my equal? Who is my equal? You trifling booger. I'll fix you. You just wait. No, let me say this while I'm at it. Don't be trying to convince, when people walk away from me, don't you be trying to convince them what to do to come back to me. If their conscience ain't on them for disrespecting me, don't tell them nothing. To hell with them.
Yes, sir.
I don't need you to beg people to follow me. I saw where that lead to. When Wallace turned on his daddy and started talking crazy to him, Sister Clara there talking, Wallace, just say you believe. Just. Why? No, I don't need nobody begging somebody to repent. If their conscience don't get on them and make them repent, Allah don't want them. And I don't either. You hear me? Coming up to me trying to call yourself doing me a favor. You ain't doing me no favor. Let's see you stand up here and teach what I'm teaching. And explain to me who guided you to it if Allah didn't do it. Because since you say I'm on my own, I'm doing this myself. Well, if anything one man can do of himself, he got many associates that can do that. If a man say, I can build a house, well, there's plenty of men that can build a house. There's plenty of men that can fly an airplane. Plenty of men that can wire a city. Plenty of men that know how to build nuclear plants. Plenty of men know how to get out there on the launch pad and build a ship that'll go out to Mars. That wasn't done by one man. It's a group of men did that. Let's see you do what I'm doing without the holy angels being with you. This is my proof that they're with me. And they got with me by getting inside of me after Allah told me to take the book and eat it up. But it don't make no difference how much you sit up and recite the alphabet. You can eat up all the alphabet you want. You still don't know how to spell nothing. The one who gave you the alphabet have to teach you. The same school that you got the alphabet from is the same school that have to teach you how to rightly divide it. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad came to teach one man. And that man is standing here talking to you. And you will either accept me or you will be destroyed. Yeah. Them other skills you got of how to turn dirt into something else that's usable, that don't mean nothing to Allah. That can be taught to anybody. We taught the devil how to do all that he's doing and about to destroy his world. We made this world to be destroyed and to trap people like you. That's right. That's why this world attracted you, and the world that Allah sent me with don't appeal to you. You don't like it. Do you understand? And just like I warned that one last night. You don't like me, don't want to follow me, you better stay away from me. So I'm already angry with you. Come back here disrespecting me. I gave you your name. You wouldn't even be here if it hadn't been for me. You want to come in here talking crazy to me. I don't say things I can't prove. You ungrateful wretches. He it is who created you from clay. Then he decreed a term, a time. Huh? You cannot bear it now. Remember, it wasn't time. To all things, there's a time and a season. Huh? A term. You notice. You know what terms are. What is the president's term limit? 4 years. For one term. Is that right? Well, Allah created you from clay. Then he decreed a term. Yeah. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work. Then it says, well, why we say, well, we created the jinn from clay? Yes, we did. We made all nations of men from one blood. They start off from clay, and then we put them in fire. We gave them knowledge. And by giving him light, he was a light bearer, but, you know, he was put in the fire, and clay, when you put it in fire, it crystallizes and becomes tile. So we call him the Gentile. Do you understand? All praises due to Allah. He says, and there is a term named with him. And still you die. See, we named it. Huh? Yeah. Still you doubt. We the first one told you the meaning of your name, Caucasian. Means made Asian. We made you. And he it is. He is Allah. He is the truth in the heavens and in the earth. He is the God, the grantor of dominion in the heavens and in the earth. I don't care if you whatever knowledge you contain, whatever world you live in, the truth is what you must seek out to have dominion over that world. He is the truth. He is the grantor of dominion. He is the God in the heavens and in the earth. Huh? He knows your secret thoughts. He understands what your secret thoughts are. And your open words. We hear what you don't say too. Huh? Yeah. And he knows what you deserve. He knows what you earn. Huh? And there comes not to them any message of the messages of their Lord. Notice now. It's hidden to you. What am I doing? I'm reading from the messages of Allah that his messengers brought. Now look what it says. And there comes not to them any message of the messages of their Lord, but they turn away from it. That's deep, ain't it? Son of man, take the book and eat it up, and go and speak with my words unto them. Speak with my messages unto them. But they won't hear you, because they would not hear me. Huh? Yeah, I'm giving them Allah's messages, and they giving me Farrakhan's messages. And they ain't giving too many of them. They don't never come in here and say, Minister Farrakhan have told us so and so and so and so and so. None of them. They don't come in here and say, Reverend T.D. Jakes told us so and so and such and so and so. This person told us so and so and such and so and so. And when I ask a question, they don't never unmute their phone and say, I know what that means. That means so and so and so and so. Huh? Ain't nothing but dumb beasts. I'm in the midst of illiterates. And you know the worst thing that you can do when you're illiterate is try to pretend that you can read and that you can understand. Who is more unjust than he who forges a lie against Allah, against the truth, or says revelation have been granted to him when nothing have been granted to him? Huh? Faking it. And been faking it all this time. And now the truth has come and all the fakers must perish. Huh? When I'm on there, don't nobody come in here and dispute with me about what I say the book means. And it's not like I'm blocking them. They can come in. It's the day of judgment. And so it says, and there comes not to them any message of the messages of their Lord, but they turn away from it. Huh? So they rejected the truth when it came to them. How did they reject the truth when it came to them? They rejected the one who brought it. I didn't hear you. When he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth if you don't reject him. I didn't hear you. Okay. I'm not going to dwell on this today, but if you remind me tomorrow, if it pleases Allah, I will teach on this subject. This is a deep subject. You see, you heard a rejecter come in here trying to make noise. They say, make noise therein, perhaps we will overcome. What they mean, perhaps we will overcome? They will be overcome with rage against us, and we can laugh because they got. You notice, I didn't do nothing but cast them into hell and kept on teaching. Huh? No, I ain't got no buttons for you to push. You can't reach the buttons on me. I'm up too high and you too low. I got a button to push for the lights to come on in the foyer. But children can't reach it. Allah can push my button, but you can't. But I can sure push yours. I be pushing theirs. Huh? Every time I speak the truth that burns their ears because it's against them, they get enraged. Then they cut it off. Cut it off. Why they cut it off? Never. What it said? And there comes not to them any message of the messages of their Lord, but they do what? They turn away from it. They cut it off. So, it says, so they rejected the truth when it came to them, but soon will come to them the news of that which they mocked. You know, I told you a long time ago, you better quit slipping around doing and trying to undermine people that ain't did nothing to you. And you sneaking around doing things. You're going to go to the doctor one day and you're going to visit the doctor and they're going to tell you something been sneaking around in you. Do you understand? So, you know, you just can't do what you please in this day and time. Allah gave you 6,000 years to get it out of your system. What you think this world copies? Where they get the idea to wait till 6 to start teaching people? The first grade. You go into the first grade when you're 6. In this world. Huh? What was that about? It's just a reminder that after 6,000 years, God coming and He gonna take charge of His earth again, and you're gonna have to learn what He want to put in you. You're gonna have to let Him put the mind that's in Him in you. And if you don't, you ain't gonna be able to fit into the world that's coming in.